I mean, Chelsea, we know that most probably they will secure the third spot, right? So who's
actually, it may not be. May not be.
Yeah,
Chelsea has sort of been drawn into top 4 battle. You know what I mean? It has been drawn in again. You know
I think this ownership drama and politics.
The ownership drama about Roman, and then you know, I mean, the last 2 games, who would expect 2 games at Stamford Bridge, a combined 2-7 scoreline in the last 2 games, 4-1 against Brentford and then 3-1 against Real Madrid. I mean, okay, Real Madrid, people may say that, yeah, it's because it's not surprising because it's Real Madrid ultimately, but that is an aging Real Madrid squad. Okay?
Yeah, man.
So, and I mean, you look at the calamity of the third goal. I don't know, honestly, I don't even know what was this Mendy and who was the defender? Who was the defender? Oh gosh. The one that actually played here. I think Rudiger, yeah, the 2 of them literally played themselves into trouble and then allowed Benzema to just roll the ball in. So, I mean, there seems to be cracks appearing in Chelsea. So, is definitely title race they're out of it. I won't even put them in the talks for title race. But now they are sweating, they are looking back at the teams that are behind them. Spurs, I think, if I'm not wrong, 5 points behind them, although they have played 1 game more. Arsenal is 5 points behind.
Correct.
Same number of games.
5 points behind.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you see 5 points with 9 games to go. No, they have 29. 29 with Arsenal. So you have 9 games to go. 5 points is still, you can't turn it around. Liverpool turned around a 10-point deficit with like 8 games to go last season. You know what I mean? It's still, to me, it's a very open race for so Chelsea. I mean, let's be honest lah. Likelihood they will hold on to it. They will hang on to the top 4.
Okay.
But it wouldn't surprise me if it's actually a lot closer than what it is now.
What do you think, Jas?
Tough games coming up actually. They have Arsenal, they have West Ham still to play Wolves as well as United themselves. So still got a lot.
Yeah, Chelsea still has to play United, correct? I think they played Spurs, right? They played Spurs, City and Liverpool already, right?
So they still have a lot of tough games. I mean, at the moment, right, any team that is vying for top 4, even if they are 6th or 7th place, so that includes United themselves.
Wolves. And even Wolves.
Even Wolves actually is still a close battle. So each of these teams may still feel motivated to just push forward. That's not discounting the relegation teams. Usually, end of the season, relegation teams are the most dangerous.
Exactly.
They want to survive. They want to survive. So people who say EPL is a boring league is not true. Top 2 are fighting, top 2 are fighting for the title.
Definitely, I would say it's beyond the boring league. EPL can never be classified as a boring league. In fact, you ask me, boring leagues are things like the French league. I mean, by midway through the season, nobody even bothers to. Do you even bother to follow who is leading or whatever?
That one also, that one manager cannot even win the title. with that best team. Even that also, with the most expensive team also cannot win the title one season. What kind of manager? That one, Manchester United is considering.
I mean, Bundesliga is another kind of league, right? It's like, seriously, it's like, you look at it now, Bayern Munich, I mean, 9 points clear or 8 points clear. I can't remember already. I haven't followed the league for quite a few weeks. Okay, Serie A. Okay, this season Serie A is a bit more interesting. You got the 2 Milans in there. You have Napoli in there. Juventus started a bit, started very badly. But now I think they're sitting pretty comfortably in 4th lah. Then you still have Atalanta. So you actually have a good mix of teams that are vying out for the honors. Then La Liga. Okay lah. I mean, Barcelona is seeing a huge resurgence. In fact, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive with results last week. Actually, Xavi, you asked me, he is, I don't know, maybe I may be wrong. But the way I look at it, he will perform well in Barcelona, just Barcelona. Because he knows, he came from there. He was he came from La Masia, he came through the system. He knows the club well. But if you put him in another job, let's say, for example, I mean, you can put him in the Wolves, or we just talk about La Liga. You can put him in a Villarreal, put him in a Real Betis, Sociedad. I don't think he would do that though.
Okay.
I don't
Because
think he would do that personally.
Yes, Barcelona DNA.
Barcelona
DNA.
Anyway,
Talking about managers, right?
Yeah.
Talking about managers, right? How do you rate former players who have become managers right now? Because I think the spotlight right now is on Lampard. He didn't perform well when he was with Chelsea. He got fired.
And now Everton.
if with Everton, I think out of 7 games, there's 5 losses or something like that. So he's not really a good manager compared to maybe Arteta. But even when Arteta came, nobody had that trust. And I think even until now, people are holding back their opinions until end of the season to really judge how Arteta is doing. And then people like Vieira and even Gerrard has not been. He started well, maybe because of the name.
But now it's like
Then after that
stuttering.
So what do you think about? Okay, maybe we start with Lampard first, then followed by Gerrard and Vieira. These players, we have seen them play.
Okay, Lampard. Maybe for Everton, the Everton portion, I think it's not really entirely on Lampard because Everton seriously has deep issues. Has really a lot of deep issues. I mean, you know that a club that has spent so much money over the last 6 or 7 years and can be ending up in a relegation battle, they could be a second Manchester United. Let's be honest. Okay, they could actually be. I mean, the players that are being. I mean, the board. Same thing. It could actually be the ownership. Of course, Everton, the problems at Everton is not so heavily publicized like Manchester United because, I mean, they are always the second club in Merseyside. Oh, sorry, the third club. Yeah, because the second club is Liverpool Reserves. So these are the things. So I look at it, it's like, is it fair to actually pin the blame entirely on Lampard? Rafa Benitez, which is to me one of the best managers in the world, even when he went there, look at what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, the problems at Everton, I think it runs a lot deeper than just what is on the field.
Yeah, agreed.
You cannot say that just because Dominic Calvert-Lewin was injured, Richarlison loss of form, the James Rodriguez saga or whatsoever, and their squad is too good to be embroiled in this battle, a relegation battle. You know what I mean? You look at their players from the keeper all the way to defense, midfield, they are not really, I mean, of course, they won't be challenging for honors, but I would say that they should be sitting far away from where they are now.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jess?
That's true. Everton is an anomaly for this season. I mean,
you would want them to be relegated, of course.
Actually, no. I beg to differ. I don't know about Jess, but I don't want.
Actually, at first, I was doing
3-6 points every season.
Yeah, 3-6 points. You don't want, right? I also want actually, because when we meet them, we have never lost to them. So at the moment,
we lost last season in front of MD and Phil. Remember?
I did mention before that actually Everton, if Everton is performing, it can be a good neighborly rival between the two Merseyside teams and push each other up. I think I did mention before at the start of the season.
Yeah.
But somehow, literally, I don't know where the problem starts. It could be because their big investor is actually a Russian that's causing a problem. They start to now owe money and all that, and it's a deeper run problem for the team. The players are being distracted by something else. They are thinking of a way out or something like that. So it could be a lot of things actually, but it's all now
Russian or Middle Eastern? I thought it was Middle Eastern owners.
I think it's Russian. He's Russian.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an investor, not really owner. He's an investor.
Okay.
So at the moment, I think for Everton, right, it's a lot of problems compounding on each other and causing this massive problem that they are having now, that they just cannot get a win. They did get a win, but against Newcastle, but they just cannot string a few wins to get them out of this problem. And it could not be just, it is maybe to me, Lampard is one of the reasons, but the team should be performing better than what they are doing now. it doesn't make sense. You can lose to Burnley, you can lose to Watford, sorry. You can lose to Wolves.
No, they
Even
lost to
at the
West Ham.
time,
They lost to West Ham over the weekend. Yeah, 2-1.
And then even Spurs at that point of time, I think for Spurs itself, at that point of time that they actually lose to Spurs, Spurs was not on a good run, but they lose 5-0. So at that moment, I'm not too sure why, but it runs a lot deeper, like Mel said. So I don't want them to be relegated, but a part of me is happy because of how people destroyed our season last season.